And welcome to another episode of Big DK Energy from downtown Orlando. I am your host, Big DK, or Danny Carenter as my friends calls me, and cracking a cold one over there right across from me, pre-Saturday, but he's still a boy, so he's gonna party anyway, is a South Florida boy who went to Orlando for undergrad and now is in LA pursuing his dreams of becoming the next big thing. In addition to acting and modeling, he is also a clothes entrepreneur. He's going to make Balenciaga look less ugly. Joining me today is a very special individual, and I'm sure you will love him by the end of this episode. Please give me some assistance for welcoming our guest today, Mr. Adrian Garcia.
Dude, what an intro. Wow. What an intro, dude. Thank you.
Hey, listen, man, you're all the hype, so...
Dude, well, not LA, but thank you. Was in LA a lot. Vegas, though. I was in Vegas.
Hey, listen, it's still a cool city.
It was awesome. So happy to be here, dude. Seriously, happy. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Thanks for being here.
And we were talking a little earlier, but like I mentioned, the last podcast I was doing, I was with you. So that was like the last actual podcast I did, which was what, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was like right before... That was right before the pandemic, sort of.
Yeah, dude. Director, photographer, you do it all. So you inspire me to basically do all those things.
Well, you just basically described yourself too. So
trying, man, I'm trying.
If anything, I'm in your shadow. I'm trying to get to your level. Listen, there's a reason why I'm the host, yet you're the guest. So
here we go.
Like we said, first and foremost, Mr. Adrian, besides being a stud, is an actor.
Yes, aspiring actor. Yes.
So tell me, where did it all start for you, wanting to become an actor?
I think when I was like 17, 18, I was like, damn, I would actually like to do this. And at the time, I was playing basketball and I was traveling a lot. But I feel like film and cinema has always been like a big part of my family, whether my mom or my dad realized it, and my brother. I didn't mean to do it intentionally, but I was vlogging before vlogging was a thing.
Oh, really?
I think I was like 10 or 11, and I would have like my dad's handheld camera, and I would just like record me and my buddies just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like YouTube.
Yeah, literally. So I was doing that, and I just always loved like taking pictures or videos and stuff like that. And then when I was 17 or 18, I was like, damn, like I would love to kind of just get involved with acting. And then when I was 20, 21, I just kind of started taking it more serious. And then I was at UCF, and I was basically, that's when I first gotten like involved with improv and we're in Orlando right now. I went to UCF, but I was traveling a lot to Miami, LA, New York, back and forth to just try to find some work doing commercials and short films. And there's like no blueprint, at least for me. Like the easiest route, I guess, or the smartest route is to study film and make connections and hope to get signed to an agency. But I just kind of like found my own way. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of also why I got more involved with taking pictures. I was like, okay, if I can find any way to get my foot in the door to meet people, whether it's being the actual photographer, being the actor, being able to make music or produce stuff or like whatever, you're selling yourself a lot better. Like not only are you a model, you're like, oh, I actually take pictures too. Or
so you're a jack of all trades per se.
I try to be. And eventually the goal is to be the director,
Nice.
But first things first, like get your foot in the door and master something first.
Hey, multi-pronged attack. I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you can execute it, and I think you're doing it flawlessly.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm trying. So
of course.
Yeah, we started here. We met here in Orlando, and then I moved to Miami when I was like 21, 22.
And that's where you're from, correct?
Yeah. I was born in Miami. Grew up here though. I moved here when I was like 12.
Okay.
So I guess people would say I'm, technically not from Miami, but I grew up in Orlando. But I was born in Miami.
Feel that? Nah, you're a Miami boy.
I'm a Miami boy, man.
We'll count you.
Come on, 305.
That's right. I'm 5'6", but still, South Florida.
South Florida. But yeah, man, like I said, there's like no blueprint. But I just basically, I noticed I was starting to watch film differently. Before it was more for like leisure. And then as I started taking it serious, I started like actually studying it. And Tom Hardy and Denzel Washington were pretty big factors as to why I took it serious. The first movie that really like, I'm doing this for real, was Batman. When he played Bane.
The Christian Bale one, right?
Yeah. When he played Bane, like when Tom Hardy was playing Bane, I went in like a deep dive of like interviews of him, Christian Bale. What's the guy that plays the commissioner? What's his name?
Gary.
Bro? Yes, Gary Oldman.
That's right.
I went into some deep dive interviews of all of them, and I just kept going back to Tom Hardy being able to show like emotion with his eyes. From that, I was like, started doing more research and interviews, and then I just started taking classes, and then that's when I got more involved with improv and stuff like that. But that was like 21, 22, and I was like, all right, I'm doing this for real. Like, this isn't just for fun or just to travel or whatever. Like, this is for real, you know? So I think Tom Hardy was like the first person to kind of like be like, yo, I'm gonna be like this guy.
That was amazing.
Yo, dude, like,
great job.
like, dude, how can a guy, even in Mad Max, how can a guy portray like emotion with like not even like really speaking? It's just like all off of like eye emotion and body language and stuff.
It's kind of amazing how deep some people go into, especially like I've even done some of my own research because I kind of wanted to be an actor when I was way younger. I went to an acting camp and I
still do it.
True, and at least I got a part. It was Robert number 5.
Robert number who's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want to see what they're doing now.
People who didn't have as great of talent as me. It's just that it's just the counselors saw them. It's all right though.
Like,
it's all right. I'm behind the camera for a reason. Going back to what we were saying, going into like some people's crafts. I've even read up on like method acting and like how deep some people go into it. Like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Love Daniel Day, dude. Like he's so like deep in his craft where it's like sacred to him. Like probably just next level to where method, him and like Heath Ledger and all these people, even Christian Bale, like all of them, like
rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
I know, rest in peace, that goat. He would just like live off like in Europe and just be working on shoes and his craftsmanship, just like prepping for a role. Like who would do that and just like isolate himself? Like I'm like, wow, like that's just like next level stuff. Like being away from his like family.
That's right. He did that for Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm like, I've talked to my buddy Tracy, who's an actor in California. He's from Atlanta.
Nice.
He has his own opinions about method acting.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's dangerous if you're not aware of like how to kind of pull yourself back in.
Especially like weight loss roles like Christian Bale.
I think there's like no right way of doing anything, but obviously there's methods, ironically, for method acting. But at least for me personally, I would like to try to do that. I've tried to do it before in like a short film where I was playing some like just bad character and it was toxic. And I was like, I could like tap into that, you know? But I specifically told the director that way we were both on the same page. I told her, hey, look, I know that we're like friends and we've made a really good friendship, but remember my he's a bad person. He doesn't care about people. So I'm going to act like that.
Correct.
So don't take anything I say personally. But once we start shooting, remember, I'm acting. It's not serious.
Correct.
So I wouldn't eat. I would be hangry during set. I would eat, but like they had food and stuff. Whenever they had food, I just wouldn't eat it. And I was like, it's not like I was starving myself. I was doing that just to get angry. Like I would just literally I'm like, yo, I'm starving, dude. I need to eat.
If it worked, it worked.
And it worked. So and I would eat after, obviously. But like me and her, and I kind of feel bad, but it was good in the sense of like it kind of worked. Like we were arguing a lot, and I was like, good. Like I need that fuel. Like
that's right.
I'm getting upset. I'm getting angry, and she thought I was acting. At least like to me, I was like, okay. At least she thought I was serious. And I told her afterwards, I was like, look, like I kind of needed to get into that mode and that zone of like being that, you know, aggressive and mean person. And I told her, look, like I apologize. But I was like, you need someone that's toxic. I can't be like normal Adrian who's like laughing and extrovert.
Otherwise the scene wouldn't go as well.
Exactly. Like it needs to be real, you know? So at least that was like a minuscule version of me, like method acting, but I loved it. Just be smart, be safe, you know?
Honestly, that's amazing that you can do that. Getting into that kind of mindset really takes a lot of skill because, granted, I do improv classes, but, you know, it is a great time. But the thing is that we're still just novices and minors in terms of the skills. So, you know, getting into the mind frame of being in a scene has still not, you know, those synapses haven't connected yet because we're just trying to, you know, act out something on stage. But the thing is that, you know, we're still just trying to work on being actually into the scene, you know,
being present. But even then though, I feel like improv, you kind of are method acting. Like the great improv is like, you're really truly believing that, oh, I'm going to act like a firefighter. I really have to act like this guy. Or I'm acting like a guy with a British accent. I really got to hone in on this accent, you know, like in that moment, which I love, like me and Houston were doing it. Like I would like intentionally want to throw him a curveball to see how he's going to react to it, you know?
Okay.
But when we actually performed, I feel like I wanted to like give him like lobs to just alley-oop. Like the irony is, like, I never wanted to make a scene about me. I always wanted to give my, like, partner, like, hit that shit out of the park.
Yeah, you're just trying to make him look good too.
Exactly. Like, it just made it funnier. Like, I'm setting him up for the joke. You know what I mean? But I always, like, and some people don't know, like, the improv itself is, like, you can kind of prep, like, accents and, like, ideas and stuff, but, like, you can't, like, it's, like, in the moment. You think you can try to, like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go, the next thing I'm going to try this accent, or I'm going to talk about this. Like, you have no idea what the other person's going to say.
That's right, especially if the scene is not tailored to what you're trying to think. It could be completely something out of left field.
Anything, dude, which is why I love it. Like, you have no choice but to think on your feet.
Correct.
Like, no choice. And then, like, I thought majority of my class when I first started in Miami, it was just going to be, like, all film students. Bro, I had a lawyer in my class. I had a mom, a dad, like, which is cool to me. I'm like, oh, and then a guy who's he was very introverted. And at the end, he was way more comfortable. So it was all these people just joining it just to, like, help themselves, like, get out of their shell, which was awesome to me.
Yeah, that's actually why, I did improv exactly for those reasons as well. In fact, at SAC Comedy, where I take improv lessons, they have a specific course called Improv for Anxiety.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great thing. I didn't realize. I was like, wow, this, like, and I was thinking, oh, this is just going to help me with film and stuff like that. This helps with anything. Obviously, it's great for public speaking if you're in sales. But like anything, it's like, it's just training your brain you have no choice but to think on your feet. And you take that skill anywhere.
It's also great for conversations too.
Exactly. You're getting past the surface level stuff. You have no choice but to think about something that's like, oh, this better be, like, meaningful.
Say something, anything.
Exactly. I'm not saying I'm a great actor, but improv has helped.
You are.
I'm trying, man. Improv has definitely polished me up, because it's like, whether it's auditions, meeting people, networking, things like that, like, you're kind of you have to think quickly. So, okay, does this person like talking about XYZ? Where are they from? Like, you have all these things that you've learned from improv, and now you're using it in just a conversation. So it's like, oh shit, and then people are just like, wow, I like this guy. I like hanging out with him. And then that goes with whether it's your job or life or girls or whatever you like, both girls, guys. But I just feel like improv was...
We know Drake likes women.
We know that. Certified lover boy. Yo, what's a certified lover boy year, dude? All right? Let's get that in check. My private story is called Certified Lover Boy. If you're not on that, sorry.
Great.
Like I mentioned earlier, they don't know this, but I feel like whenever you post something it makes me, like, it motivates me to be like, oh, I gotta put out some, like, fucking good content, dude. So wait, can I curse?
I'm glad. No, I mean,
okay.
To be very honest with you, like I told Jalen, I can't control what you do. I'm gonna try to keep it back on my end.
Right.
But
I'm like,
but if you do it, I'm not gonna rip you.
It slips up here and there.
Yeah, because you know what, it's okay. Yeah. And plus, I think at the right times, it's actually kind of needed.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the same thing with improv. Like, I took improv in Miami and here at Sax too. My teacher was more lenient with the F-bomb here in Orlando versus Miami. The way they saw it in Miami that's like you got to earn that F-bomb.
Yeah, I can see that.
Damn. But honestly, it makes it harder, but it's like, you know what? Let me see if I'm funnier without cursing.
Correct, because...
Which makes it, like, more difficult, but in a good way.
That's actually why I try to stay G-rated, is because when we were both in Greek life, we were both different fraternities. No offense, but... You were cool, but...
No offense taken. Okay,
because a lot of your fraternity brothers, not gonna lie, it seems like they were only funny because they were doing stupid shit. And at that point, in my opinion, you're not funny, you're just being stupid.
Exactly.
But I feel like if you can make somebody laugh without having to do the stupid things, then you can certified...
Exactly. That's why it's like being honest almost. That's why, like, good comedians, they're just being honest. Really,
they're like great storytellers.
Exactly.
But they are honest.
They're not trying. I mean, obviously, they're hyping them. It's like they're hyping the story up itself, but they're not almost like overly doing it. It's usually like, and we learn this in improv, when you're trying to be funny, you're not going to be funny.
You just fall flat on your face.
That's why usually the people that are the funniest they're not trying.
Correct.
They're just being themselves. They're being honest.
Exactly.
It's the same with everything. And back to the Greek life. That's also why, nothing against the fraternity that I had joined, but I didn't know the whole process. So I didn't know how they were, and I didn't realize there was like this one and that one, and I kind of got more connected with Houston's. I was more comfortable with them.
Okay.
Like, I was like, oh, these guys are like me. Like, they're, I don't know. And obviously, it's not all about talking to girls, but
correct,
they're more comfortable with it. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are these guys just like staying in a corner talking to themselves versus this other fraternity that they're talking to other people, like, make connections. It's not all about one thing. So
correct. I mean, that's what we were talking about before about how like I'm on the autism spectrum,
which I didn't know until he told me.
When I was diagnosed with Asperger's in middle school, it was kind of odd because granted it had more of a stigma around of it at the time, and so when I was diagnosed with autism, they kind of had that stigma of being retarded,
which is terrible. It's like I think, which I'm glad we're talking about it. I want you to kind of talk more about like, I think people aren't aware that it's not like you're handicapped.
Correct.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? People kind of think that's how it is.
It really is. I mean, it really is sad. In fact, it just seems like they see people with they hear the word autism and they go, "Oh, you're so brave for being autistic."
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
lady, what the hell do you mean? I have to pay my bills
normal,
like
yeah,
you.
I'm a normal person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like, not trying to compare both, but it's almost like, hey, like I'm colorblind.
Correct.
People
you are?
Yeah, people aren't gonna be like, oh, wow. And obviously people joke.
Your Christmas must be horrible.
Dude, honestly, though, the colors that I get mixed up are green and browns. So I'm like,
really?
Damn, the forest would just mess me up, dude. Forest just messes me up. So like, but going back on a serious note, it's like more like, like I think people just need, and we were talking about this earlier, I think people just need more clarity with a lot of things.
Correct.
And I was telling you, I'm just glad that you're doing this podcast because I feel like people need to just have more conversations, and just with everything. I think not like necessarily it being about like, oh, this is me, this is what I have to say, but I think just at least with my opinion, like my perspective with certain conversations we've had, most people only see me from social media. Mm-hmm. They don't really know me as a person. They just know, oh, his Instagram. And I only show what I want people to see. I don't show everything. The Off Adrian, at the Off Adrian. TikTok, I just changed it to @SeltzerPoppy.
Seltzer Poppy?
It's a bad day to be a seltzer, my friend. Let me tell you that.
I mean, that one right there.
Yeah. But I just think people need to, honestly, not even trying to like hop on the bandwagon, but Alex Cooper and Sophia Franklin. I think those two girls were the first ones to like break through and really show people, not just women, but like that's good that women can now finally talk about sex or same thing that men are talking about without being like bashed. And obviously they still do get bashed, but it's like just in general, like, people need to have certain conversations like that. They're like, oh wow, I never thought about it like that way. Like, oh, I never saw it that way. It's like, yeah. So imagine that with every other topic. Like, I'm only allowing you to see what I want you to see.
Correct. You're the gatekeeper of content.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to think that, but I think honestly,
it sounds like a cool title. Like you have like a big sword.
I'm gonna put that on my bio, the gatekeeper of content.
Okay. Yeah,
but honestly, I think it's probably just because like I've always loved like Keanu Reeves and like Johnny Depp, even Denzel. No one like Frank Ocean as well, and Gambino. Those artists, like right off the top of my head, I love them so much because I never know what they're doing. There's this mystique behind them. You know what I mean? So like my brand, not that I'm trying to copy them, but I've always loved that. Like, where is he?
Yeah, it's mysterious.
What city does he live in? Exactly. It's like, where is he at? What's he doing? Like, I'm gonna show what I want you to see, but I also want to keep like some type of like, damn, like I want to know what Adrian's doing. I want to know what Danny's doing.
Correct.
Because they're not. We were talking about it earlier. Where, again, nothing against people that are on set. For like acting and things like that. But why are you posting the minute that you get on set? Let it come out first. Like let people enjoy what you just did and not be like, oh, I'm on set. Like, yeah, I got this gig. Like, there's no like anticipation. Like, you're posting everything you're doing. You know what I mean? At least that's my opinion. Like, there's no, I don't know.
You're creating pre-hype.
Exactly.
And honestly, I'm guilty of that in the past because
I've done it too.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I announced it too early and I posted 2 videos and nothing came out and I'm like, damn. And then I actually read this book called Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. I was kind of going through a patch in life where I just needed to get my ass whooped, and stoicism and learning about it kind of got me through it. But one of the things that I read about the ego, they had a section exactly devoted to what you just spoke about, how people create pre-hype, and then due to the gratification of getting all those good jobs, good lucks, that it will kind of kill the drive for that because you kind of already got what you wanted.
Exactly, which is like some people look for that feedback. They look for the like pat on the back, like, oh, you're doing a good job. But as which I'm great. I need to read that book. I think people need more of that. They need to realize you don't have to post everything. But also I think with the YouTube, I think at least for me, when I was forcing myself certain guidelines. Like technically I'm supposed to post a sketch today,
Really?
which I just forgot about. So I'm probably gonna have to post it. I had posted. The way I post is basically baiting people. So I'll post, which we talked about again. Certain women post thirst traps. So I was like, well, if they're posting thirst traps,
I don't mind them.
I don't mind them either. But
I've been single all my life.
Yeah.
I got nothing to lose.
I'm like, all right, look, if women are posting themselves, showing their butt and their boobs, I'm like, all right, I'll just show myself being shirtless. But there's a reason why I do that. It's to get attention. And people are going to be like, oh, here we go again, another shirtless picture. But that's the way I use it with, like, my clothing company. Like, I bait people into talking about certain things. But people aren't aware of that. Like, I don't know if that's, like, guerrilla marketing, but, like, they don't realize this post has nothing to do with the actual post. Like, me being shirtless is not about me being shirtless. Exactly. There's a link linked up to it, or there's some subliminal messages that I'm using for it.
Got it.
Leading up to something else.
Got it.
And that's what I use for, like, marketing with, like, the clothing company stuff.
Understandable. Sorry, I was laughing before because
No.
the way you made it sound like you were, like, supported by Bathing Ape, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, I would love. Shout out to Bathing Ape. Can we get, like, a sponsor, Bathing Ape?
I mean, let's get Soulja Boy on the show first.
Oh my god, dude. That would be so. Honestly, I could see that though. We can get Soulja Boy.
We can definitely get
Soulja Boy.
Dude, honestly, one of my goals, because this show is called Big DK Energy, I want to have DK Metcalf on the show.
Bro, DK. We'll get you on here.
Absolutely.
And he's like our age. He might be younger.
I mean, he's way bigger than we are.
He's humongous, dude. That dude will smoke me in a race. Although I would still talk so much trash to him, be like, nah, I'll burn you right now, bro. Let's go do 60 meters right now.
You could probably eat my weight right now.
That guy's an animal.
So, talking about all that improv has gotten me laughing. Let's bring it back to where it all started. So, acting. What was the movie that you saw that got you into the acting?
Honestly, actually, there's two movies, but I mentioned one before. But the actual first movie that really got me, like, wow, was John Q. It's this movie with Denzel Washington. It's basically about his son who has a heart condition. I don't know if he has, like, a heart attack or he has some type of issue that happens with him as he's playing a baseball game. And it's this whole movie where Denzel is basically trying to find his son a heart replacement. It's like crazy good. The guy that's actually in Entourage that plays E is actually one of the doctors in that movie, which I just found out, like, last year. But anyways, I was maybe like 10 or 11 when this movie came out, and as I'm watching this with, like, my mom, my dad, it like moved me, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, how am I feeling like this as, like, a 10-year-old? And I really, I'm young, I'm a kid, and this movie's like, wow, like, I'm seeing, like, damn, like, if I felt like that watching a movie, I was like, damn, I want to be able to make something like this. Like, I'm 10 years old and this is moving me. And this is like an adult movie, but it was about a dad basically just doing whatever he needs to do and he holds, like, a bunch of people at, like, gunpoint in like a hospital.
Damn.
He's willing to, like, go to jail, do anything for his son.
Yeah, that sounds like Denzel.
It's such a good movie, dude. But yeah, that was the first movie that was like, wow, this is crazy. And then ironically, I saw Daredevil. Nice. Not too long after with, like, Ben Affleck. Not the greatest cinema.
Yeah.
But that actually, like, when I was younger, I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to play in the NBA.
Nice. And
then I saw Daredevil and I was like, ooh, I want to be a lawyer. That would be cool.
Not a superhero, but a lawyer.
No, I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, he's really in tune with his senses, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be a lawyer. And then as I got older, I was like, yeah, acting is my thing. Because I can play a lawyer, I can play this, I can play that. I can basically do all the things I want to do.
Exactly. Plus, Jennifer Garner was pretty hot in that movie.
Oh my god, she's so fine. But
yeah,
and then Batman, like, sealed the deal. That whole trilogy.
Want to know something funny?
Hit me.
Jennifer Garner was a Pi-Fi.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Yo, shout out to Pi-Fi.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pi-Fi. What's their, like, little thing? Is it like this?
I think it's this.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think those movies and then basically the Batman trilogy sealed the deal. Just because Chris Nolan, who's the director of Inception, like, it was just like a momentum. Like, I started doing more research and I was like, oh, this guy made that's Christian Bale. Christian Bale did this and Leo's done in this. I just started doing all this research and then I was like, yo, I'm definitely gonna take this serious. And like I mentioned before too, like, I don't think there's, like, a blueprint of just taking the step and trying to get involved with film. I think if you are serious, which I've looked into Tarantino and Martin Scorsese.
He's one of my favorites, Tarantino.
Love them. Like, he has a great quote. I'm basically paraphrasing, but it's like, if you really do have a passion with something, you don't necessarily have to go to school for it. If you really love something, just do it.
You'll figure a way out.
Exactly. Like, my whole thing, just my personality, at least when the people that actually know me, like really know me, like my close friends, they know that like I'm a big risk taker, whatever that means. Like to me, that's not risky for moving across the country and just taking a gamble on myself to try to get more involved with film.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, like the way I see
Good
it.
for you, in fact.
Yeah, thank you. Like
not enough people do that.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds so cliche, but it's like you really don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So, am I gonna be happy working a 9 to 5, making a lot of money, or am I gonna be happy working and doing what I want to do? That's eventually gonna make me a lot of money.
Correct. And
you know what I mean?
Do you know what was such a big reminder of tomorrow's not guaranteed for anyone? When Kobe died.
Yeah, bro.
You know, you're thinking that, oh, this guy's a legend. You know,
I thought he was a god. I thought he was untouchable.
That's what everybody thought. But then that was a very humanizing moment.
You're right.
Was the moment the notification rang on everybody's phone, Kobe Bryant dead due to a helicopter crash.
And that should show most people, you know, rest in peace to Kobe and to the people that passed, ever. You know. But it's like, wow, wait, am I doing something that I actually want to do? I think, like, if that didn't wake people up, I don't know what's going to wake people up to really realize what is important in my life. It's family, being healthy, and being happy with whatever I like doing, you know, with whatever your passions are. Again, tomorrow is not promised. So it's like, why not do something and take the risk of just doing what you want to do?
Exactly.
Also, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, you go back, you can have a plan B, but also the way I function is I force myself to not think that there's a plan B.
That's right. In fact, I believe it was Arnold Schwarzenegger that said that, you know, if you have a plan B, you're gearing yourself for plan B. Again, there's nothing wrong with having security and feeling safe, but again, you really don't know what's going to happen. So you can have, you know, you can save, you can be secure, you can have that safety net, but what if you didn't have a safety net? What if you really, like, you're on basically a string and you're like, yo, I have no safety net, so I cannot fail. I have no choice but to fail. And honestly, me moving across the country, that woke me up and like, oh, I can't go back home. My mom, my dad, they're not going to help me. They're not sending me money. Again, they love me, that they are like, oh, we'll support you with whatever you do, like emotionally. Correct.
My parents basically told me straight up, and this is why I love them. They're like, hey, you're on your own. You're on your own. So to me, I'm like, oh, I cannot fail. Like, to me, that's why I love them so much, because they've raised me that way of like, hey, do what you want to do, but good luck. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, good luck. But
it's tough love, but it's love.
Yeah, but also that's just disciplined me and knowing, like, you know what? I have to get after it. And then everything kind of changed. Like, I don't think I was like fat, but I was like chubby. And I was like, yo, if I'm serious with this, I also have to be in good shape. I have to be healthy. I have to sleep the right amount. I can't be drinking every other weekend. You know, so that kind of was a shift. And then I kind of cut weight. I started taking things more serious, reading more, all these good things. But
good for you.
Yeah, I feel like there was another good quote. I had an old GM. I used to work at 24 Hour Fitness. Shout out to 24 Hour Fitness. I was a sales rep there, and I had like this GM that was like, she was so smart, dude. And I'm gonna be very honest. I'm all supporting women, feminists, and all that. But I'm just being honest. I've never had like a female alpha mentor. I've never seen it. I've never been in, like, I've never had that experience of like,
that's not being sexist at all.
Yeah, just being honest.
You've never experienced one in your life.
Exactly. And like, it was great because like she took me under her wing, and I was like, damn. And she's maybe like 5 years older than me. Maybe I think she was 24, 25, and I was 20, 21. But yeah, she was great. Love her. But she had just so much insight about life. And she was so young. But she's just a hustler. She just hustles. You know what I mean? And I think it's great that I had saw that, because it's like, oh damn, women could get after it as well. So it kind of snapped me into just realizing like, damn, like women are badasses too. Which it's not like I never thought that, but hey, listen, it was good.
There's still people that don't think women are badasses. Exactly. So you're already ahead of the game.
Exactly. So it helped in that aspect. And also she just had this cool quote. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but it was basically saying how she was basically mentioning when everything in her life is aligned, when she's eating right, when she's lifting right, when she's managing her time right, when she's executing these plans for her job and her hobbies, and everything is just in line, the ball and the momentum are just going to be so much faster. If you are lifting but you're eating bad and you're drinking, it's not aligned.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you have everything aligned, you're only just going to get more successful.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, technically you'd look like a power lifter if you just lifted and didn't do all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But like I feel like that's helped me with acting, ironically, like to bring it back.
Also, the discipline aspects,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure also factors in because some people I assume they'll just get a script and be like, I don't need to learn the lines. I'm already made. I was born for this part,
Exactly.
and then everybody laughs at them when they fail.
Exactly. At least with me, when I have something, even if it's an audition, I'm going over it and over and over again. Like I want it to actually seem like this is something I would say as this character. You know what I mean? So I feel like Houston does a good job. We had like a sketch where I had sent him like a Word doc, and it was like dialogue, and I was kind of just like writing some stuff. He's able to just read something and like it's in his head. I'm like, okay, this is, and I was like, this was the first time we really did a sketch with dialogue. Okay. And this was like years ago. This is when I had a man bun. And
wow, man bun Adrian. I remember that.
Rest in peace to that guy. But yeah, so we're doing this sketch, and I'm like, yo, did you look over the script? He's like, no, I'm gonna look over it now. And I'm like, what? And Felipe is like helping us record, and in my head, I'm like, dude. I was like, all right, well, he's like, no, I've looked over it, but I got it. And I'm like, okay. And he just got it. I'm like, damn, that must be nice.
Yeah,
like,
it's got that photographic memory.
Literally, so some people got it. Like, at least with me, I'm like, yo, I got to go over and over and over again to where it's like, this is like me picking up this is part of the script and the way I'm moving or whatever. It's just like habit.
All the actions, move, reaches for remote, turns on TV,
it's like
turns off.
It's so weird when you start filming those little things where, I'm going to come in and set my keys down and sit on the couch. But it's like, when you're doing that scene, you don't want to look like a robot. You want it to like, make it seem like exactly like this is real. There's a really good director, David Fincher, who he's like known for just doing multiple takes. And a lot of actors they're like, man, he's always wanting it to just do over and over and over again. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I wonder why. But he just wants it to look like they have done this a million times.
Because at that point they had.
Exactly. And this is their character. So if you're just walking across and you're setting the keys down and you're on the couch, he wants it to look real, But yeah, I feel like with film, I'm like navigating away from what I was originally saying. But
you're good.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm like a nerd when it comes to that stuff. I feel like that's another thing people probably don't know about me. I feel like I'm just like such a geek with the things that I love, but I'm also very, very picky with who I share the information with. Okay. Because like to me, that's like my vulnerable side, and I want to be able to like show that with people that I trust, or if people are tuning into certain things that I've said on a podcast in the past, they're basically getting like little hints of like the things that I'm working on.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I don't want to show it to just everybody. Of course. But yeah, I just feel like
keep that aura of mystery and mysteriousness for you. And
it makes it fun for people.
Exactly, because if you keep giving little bits, because if you keep feeding something a little at a time, it's going to get full eventually.
Exactly. That's also why I think I find those people so intriguing. The guys that I like Gambino and Frank and Keanu Reeves and Johnny Depp, because they're not really constantly doing interviews. To find what they're working on or what they're doing, it's really hard, and I like that. I'm like, wow, where is Frank Ocean? Where is Gambino? Where is Keanu Reeves?
Where is Carmen Sandiego?
Like for real though, like what are these people working on? Sorry.
We good.
So I've always found that interesting.
Do you have enough? Enough leg room? Okay, I'm just making sure.
Bro, I'm like 6'4". Come on.
Yeah, and I'm 5'8". I'm not a king because I'm under 6 foot.
Nah, bro, you got that big DK energy.
Hey, there
that's what applies to you. You're like 6 feet. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. All right.
But
so sorry about interrupting, but you were saying before?
No interruption. But yeah, with film, I feel like I mentioned before we started rolling. I feel like I'm just happy you're doing this because we can kind of give people some insight. And I feel like, not that I think I'm some like super master actor. I'm still trying to get involved in it.
Well, I think you're a better actor than me, so that's why I'll have you on the show. Because
thank you.
When I think of acting, I'm thinking, I wonder what Jalen, Kylie, or Adrian are doing.
He's like a good character. I want to be able to show people, hey, look, whether it's acting, music, podcasting, YouTubing, like whatever you like, I feel like just do it. Take the leap of faith, take action. The fact that you're doing this, that's just why I'm so supportive and happy that you're doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think more people need to do what they actually want to do. Even in the past, I was the same way with the YouTube. I would be like, I want to make a YouTube. I just want to show people the things that I'm working on, the sketches, the ideas I have. I have so many sketches I have never posted.
Really?
Like, and those with me with long hair. That's how you know it's a long time ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This was like from...
Bro,
5-6 years ago.
Yeah, dude, and I just never posted them. So it's like I forced myself to like, okay, I'm I'm forcing myself. If I market I'm posting something Friday, now I have no choice.
Exactly.
I have to find content to make Friday. Excellent. Or I have it just backlogged, which I've done before.
Hey,
but
wrong with that.
With the whole acting thing, man, I feel like actually most people don't know this, but I've been doing some stuff behind the scenes, like studying wise for film, and I eventually want to finish school with some film.
Oh, nice. And what a better place than LA? Like maybe, I don't know, enroll a course at like UCLA or something.
Yeah. So right now it's looking like possibly New York to finish. Okay. Possibly.
NYU's great for
Tisch,
that.
Yeah, Tisch has an amazing program. But
that's like Ivy League school of acting.
Exactly. So I think Adam Driver had like a really cool story, which is his life of him not really knowing what he wanted to do, and then he always liked film, and he just enlisted in like the Marines.
I know.
And then he went to Juilliard, and I'm like, what? Like, that's absurd. Obviously, Juilliard, I would love to go there.
He's got a really cool story, and my dad's a veteran, so I like that Marine part of him.
Yeah, like you would never, I would never. Well, the way he talks in interviews, I'm like, oh, I could see that.
Yeah, exactly. He's got
so like poised, and
he's got that gruffness.
I just talk like this, and I'm just very serious.
You can definitely tell he's eating a crayon or two.
Yeah. But this is how he is. But yeah, I feel like you don't necessarily have to go to school for it. I think like even with me with picking up a camera, I was just learning from like YouTube University. I was Googling like, okay, how do I zoom in, black and white? What's the, I don't even know, all these different things with like cameras. I'm like, okay, let me just learn as I do it.
I never learned either. In fact, I just kind of did it by accident. And then people were like, we want to pay you. And I'm thinking, you do?
Great.
That's a mistake, but sure, I'll take it.
But like, at least to me, like, which is crazy, like you're the face of, that's the guy who's always shooting those flicks at UCF.
Apparently that was me.
You were literally the face of the camera, and I'm like, damn. Like, I remember I met you at it was like Stag.
I think
Rest
so.
in peace of Stag. Jesus.
Yeah, that was during our undergrad.
Yeah, dude, and
like 5+ years ago.
But think about it, like most people are probably like, oh, this guy's definitely going to school for this or studying. And it's like, nah, you just picked up a camera.
Yeah, and I just happened to be in the right environment. Literally, my first gig as a quote-unquote photographer was July 4th, 2015 or 16.
Oh, wow.
But I just brought my camera, and because a fraternity full of drunk dudes with drunk girls, what's the only thing that they will go to faster than the bottle? Me.
Camera. Yep. Dude, I feel like we should definitely try to record something as a prank, and just like, if you have a flash on.
I actually do have a flash.
If you just go like this and you're downtown, people are like, yo, what's going on over here? It's like, wow, people want to be in the spotlight.
That's right. And you are in the spotlight. So since you've done acting yourself, what would you say has been your most prestigious role up to date?
I would definitely say, let's see. I would probably say just a lead role in this short film I had.
What was it called?
Faulted. I'd probably say either that or there was one I just did but it's kind of like a silent film, but I loved it. I think that one was more fun just because it was very different than like the characters that I played, and I didn't even have to say anything, but it was like
that's the best part.
I had to get, and it was easier. I don't even know if it was easier. I had to get in such like a mindset of darkness and just being very serious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's my buddy directed it, Mikey. He's phenomenal. Dude's a genius. The funny thing is he's such a goofball, but we're both very similar where we're always goofing around. But when we know it's go time, like that switch is on. Like that's it. Like this is business. So we both like, I feel like we understood. And when we were filming that, like he was like, hey man, like do what you got to do. Isolate yourself. Like try to stay off social media. I was on the same. He said that, but he kind of already knew I'm not gonna be on my phone. I'm not texting. Like, I'm ready to get in this mode for it. So it was good. It was very dark, but I enjoyed it because again, it was kind of like a method of acting. Like very dark. I was very like isolated for like a couple hours. It's probably like 2 hours, and forcing myself to think of certain things that I don't like thinking about. But to show emotion. I don't want to give away what we filmed, but like to show certain emotion when we were filming this, Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would definitely say that one was a good one, and this short, I would probably say it's tough because I've done so many shorts, but
do you enjoy doing these shorts?
I do. I think it was. I feel like the way I looked at shorts when I first started, it's like an internship. I would love to get paid, and I would love to be in like Netflix and Hulu, but you got to show your merit. You got to show why you should be there. Exactly. Like people think like, oh, you're, this girl, oh, she's a good looking girl. Why can't you just be on Netflix? That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You have to show, hey, like you said, you got to earn those stripes. You know
Maybe
what I mean?
from the place that she's from, she's really hot, but then when she gets to LA, she's literally just a carbon copy and just another number. Take a number from the deli line.
And that's how I've always looked at film. Like I'm not to be cocky, like being a handsome guy or the light eyes and tall or whatever, but like
it's not enough anymore.
Exactly. There's a bunch of people that look just like me. So what do I have to offer that's more? So the way I look at it is like what's gonna set me apart from these guys that went to these great schools. They don't have real world experience. Yeah. I pull my emotion from real world experience. Correct. They haven't been through the thing. And I'm not saying I've been through a bunch of stuff, but like I use certain things that I can pull from.
Correct. And, it's kind of like Slumdog Millionaire, where he gets the answers from his life experiences.
Exactly.
It's just you've experienced it before.
That's the perfect example. That's the perfect example. And like some people, they have their mommy and daddy pay everything for them, and they don't have real world experience. And nothing against it. I think, hey, take advantage of it if you have your mother and your father being able to pay for everything for you. I don't have that luxury. But I feel like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna nail this audition because this is like somebody I could pull from. Like I have a friend just like this guy, or I have some real world experience, So that just goes to show too. It's like with anything, with life, I feel like I've always found that this person might be more athletic. Like I used to play basketball. Oh, he might be able to dunk, but he's not smarter than me. He's not more fundamental than me. What's going to win a game? Being able to work with a team. Just because you could dunk doesn't mean you're going to win that game.
Correct.
So simple things like that. I feel like I look at that with film. I'm like, okay, he went to a way better school than I did, but I feel like he might not work for this role. Correct. I feel like I have certain things he can't pull from, and like I feel like people should just use that, like work hard. If I'm going to outwork you, that's one thing I feel like the way I see things is like he might have gone to a really good school, but I will outwork him. I will be up earlier studying. I'll be in the gym. He won't. He's going to be laid back. He's going to be partying and drinking. I will outwork you. Like, if most people just thought that way, they would get to wherever they want. Like, even if you're starting a podcast, what's going to set you apart? You will outwork more people than everyone. Oh, I want to start a podcast. Why? What's going to set you apart? Like, you're going to start a YouTube. What's going to be different than your YouTube? Your TikToks, your sketches. Like, what's going to set you apart? That's how I go about it. Like, I will outwork you. And like, have that, like, not chip on your shoulder, because I've been using that wrong. I've used that term the wrong way for the longest time. I thought chip on your shoulder meant like that's why you have that confidence. It's actually not. It means something else. But yeah, you have to have some type of like, I don't know, like grit. Yeah, like grit.
Jinx, you owe me a beer.
What do you want? But yeah, like I feel like I just use that with everyday things, and with film. Like there is so many other things I want to use film for. Mm-hmm. Like that's actually the reason why I'm using film as like an outlet. But like the main goal is to show people I am going to be in the spotlight. I am going to have a target on my back. But the goal is to show people, what am I doing with my time? Mm-hmm. It's going to be giving back to help people. That's the end all goal. But yeah, film is fun, but that's just the beginning. There's so much stuff, dude.
Well, goddamn, that was even that hit me, and even that hit me in the.
That was
face
a lot.
Like
sorry.
Well, no, it's even people like me. Like I needed to hear that, if anything.
Yeah.
Listen, even though that yes, comfort's nice. What you're saying is not wrong.
Yeah. You got to get uncomfortable, man. Like, again, like with anything.
I was scared to even just do this episode because I'm like, what if my studio's not on the right steam? But you know what?
But you're doing it. That's the thing most people don't realize. They're like, you can have the smartest person and you can be so prepared, and great, be prepared, get ready, do your research, but just take the action. Start.
It's exactly like improv.
Yeah. Start. You gotta just do it. Like you're forcing yourself to be in fire. You have to figure out how to put out the fire. How are you gonna figure that out if you just don't start? So that's just my take on it. I feel like everyone has their own blueprint, again, but there is really no blueprint. Like everyone has their own methods of certain things. I just feel like if you're a good person and you give back and, take care of your parents and keep people's interests or the best interests at heart, be a good person. I feel like most people that are successful for the most part, at least in my opinion, I feel like they're probably good people. That are successul in life and they're healthy, they're probably good people.
If they've worked for it, probably, because they probably had to go through a lot of shit in order to appreciate what they have.
But that's a thing, man, too. Like, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
People go through some shit, man. I mean, I've had that where you have these obstacles and these hurdles. Like, what did I do? I'm a good person. I do my part. I don't steal. I don't lie. I don't cheat. It's like, what did I do? But, whatever you believe in the universe, God, your gods, whatever, certain people, God does this on purpose. Like, how strong are you going to quit? Like that, are you going to quit? Are you just going to be like, no, I'm done doing film just because all my stuff is stolen? No, he's going to be like, no, this is rock bottom. There's literally nothing worse that I can be in that's going to be like this again.
The only way to go is up. But anyway, we're going to take a short break. And we're back.
We're back. Here we go. Let's get it. Yeah?
That's right. Sorry. Adrian and I went to the bathroom.
Had to
and
take
then
a tinkle, yeah?
we went to the bathroom and we came out of the loo. So now we are here.
Did you turn off that telly, yeah?
Yeah, that's right off the telly.
It's Mom's telly. It's a little bit different, yeah?
Don't touch Mom's telly.
It's right there. It's been done, man. It's been done.
What's this coming back in 5 kilo minutes?
5 kilo minutes?
5 kilo minutes.
What's kilo minutes? I wonder what they use. They say stone. They don't say pound. He's like, this man's about 80 stone.
That's right. Especially for like those big man competitions,
but is stone is stone kilogram, or is it like 80 stone? It's like, I don't even know what stone, because we use pounds in the States.
And we use pounds for money.
We just go in and out of actions like that. I'll tell you what, man. You go in and out of actions. You talk about like a Lincoln Buick, man. That's my favorite car to drive. I'll tell you what, man.
It kind of just comes out of nowhere. Hey, Adrian, did you know I think Jimmy Mom is hot?
Oh crap, Lois. Oh,
the fat man's speaking again. God damn it. I'm getting an aneurysm. Dog, get in here!
What if we literally, every other sentence, we just keep changing the fucking accents?
And just mess with everybody.
We're back.
We are back, yeah?
Oh. Du Russian. Is that what you're doing, my friend?
Эй, здравствуйте. Меня зовут Daniel. Как дела?
Are you from the States?
Нет.
You're not where you from, huh?
Volgograd.
What is your name, Dmitry?
Dmitry Bibshushka.
That is different than mine. Mine is Vladimir.
Vladimir?
This is not high noon, this is vodka, huh?
Da.
This is vodka. Speaking of vodka, Bert Kreischer, if you know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't he? Wait, he's one of you. He's an ATO
bro.
from
FSU.
FSU.
Yeah. I feel like I'm an ATO, DU, Phi Delt, Sigchi, ZBT. My dad was a ZBT back in the day.
Really?
Yeah,
is your dad
bro.
Jewish?
No, that's what I told Michael. I didn't know you were Jewish, dude.
Huh.
Yeah. He was a ZBT up north.
That's no way. My dad was a ZBT too.
Fire, yeah. I wanted to join one, but I was like, I'm not going to join frat. And I did.
Well, hey, listen, that's how it happened for my real good friend Delta Sig.
Yeah, but that's actually the ironic thing with joining the frat. I wasn't thinking I was going to join, and then that's how I ended up making these shirts.
Yeah.
But this isn't mine. I should have worn my Mr. shirt.
Speaking of the shirts, that is exactly what we're talking about in the second segment of this episode of Big DK Energy. In addition to becoming the next face of People magazine, you are also entering into the realm of clothing?
Yes, I've always I feel like I've always loved just like fashion and clothing and stuff like that. Like probably the same time I got like really involved with film. I was like, okay, like I want to try to create like my own brand. The first actually idea I had, it was called Absolute. So some of my buddies know about that. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that was like the first idea for the name I had. I just wanted to like make some T-shirts and stuff and like some random designs. And then when I was involved with Greek life, me and my buddies went to FSU, and we saw this big ass banner that said "I miss her," and I was like, "That's hilarious. Let me put that like on like a hat." And my buddy's like, "No, you should put it on a shirt." And I was like, "Oh, that'd be funny." So I made him a shirt.
Wait, that's your shirt?
Well, I thought I had started it. Apparently, I stole it. Like Picasso says, a good artist copy, great artist steal. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. I don't recommend stealing stuff. But
I do recommend Picasso though.
I know, right? For real. But no, I thought, I was like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna put on a shirt, and my buddy was like wearing it around pub, and people loved it. And so I was like, oh, this is, and then people were asking, oh, where'd you get it? And I was like, oh, I guess I got to like re-up the website. So I changed the name, and I had my Instagram as the Off Adrian since I was like 20. It was kind of like a running joke because I don't know what it was. I remember vividly the day. I kept seeing everyone's Insta as like official this, the official that person. So I was like, let me just make fun of people and like, oh, I'm the official Adrian. So that's like literally the Off Adrian. Oh. That's where it came from.
And
it's me trolling people.
Because it's an off too, and that's a double entendre. I love it.
Exactly. So, but it's me making fun of people, and if you know me, I just constantly troll people.
Nothing wrong with that.
My bio literally says, my bios literally don't take me serious. Like if you do, just don't. But yeah, so that's basically where the idea came from, and then College Weekly they had posted a picture of like 10 dudes wearing the I Miss Her shirts. And I was like, oh shit, this is not my idea. So I took it from them and I was like, this might not be bad. This could start a feud. And if Barstool finds out about it, mind you, this was before Dave wore the shirt. I was like, I want to start a feud on purpose. Like I wanted, and like a bunch of Pike kids were like, yo, you're soft, bro. You're a bitch. That's our idea. You took it. And I'm like, let me just go with it. I'm like, nah, bro, you took my idea.
Hey, like they say, there's no such thing as bad PR.
Exactly. So I was like, do I want that PR? And then I was like, you know what? Let's just roll with it. So I kept telling my buddies, and I was like, yeah, I started it. But really, I didn't start it. But so then I was like, I had told James, I was like, yo, let's just like, and props to James because this is his shirt, the toxicity. That's like the new hotter thing. Just literally toxicity on a shirt. Just like cue up a shirt that says toxicity here. He wanted to make a shirt and he had the idea and I told him, dude, just put it on my website. Like it's your shirt. It's not mine. It's just my website. I just put it up. People loved it. So we have some upcoming projects pretty soon with that. And then from there, I just kept thinking, people like these shirts. Let me just keep making some designs. It's funny. Like I just troll. If there's something that bothers you, good luck, because I'm gonna press that button.
Nice. Because
it's fun to make fun of people. I don't know. That's also another reason why I got involved in improv. I want to eventually do stand up.
See, that's actually kind of that kind of goes into a life philosophy I learned because see the things that I'm a good boy. I'm a good Jewish boy, as my parents call me.
I'm a good Jewish boy.
However, I used to only be the kid that was nice. And so I realized that really got me nowhere except ran over.
Exactly.
And so once it's funny because Whose Lines It Anyway, besides being my inspiration for improv, it also helped me develop into a better human being because I finally learned how to understand sarcasm. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to be nice. Let me try being sarcastic. And then it's just like, hey, sure, that shirt looks good, but it looks better on the other girl.
Yeah, it's like, oh, did you get that shirt at Baby Gap?
That's right.
Do they have that in men's size? Like, it's just like, and especially if it's like our boys and we're just busting their balls.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, you're like, that's how you know, like, we're boys if I'm roasting you. If I'm nice to you, then I probably don't like you.
Correct. Or if I don't speak to you, I don't like you at all.
Exactly. If I'm roasting you, it's like a term of endearment. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm ripping you to shreds, I like you. You're my boy. Even with girls. I mean, that's like high school shit, though.
Yeah.
When girls are like, they'll punch you on your shoulder. I'm like, why are you hitting me?
Yeah.
They're like, I don't like you. Boys have, I was like, oh, she probably likes me. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Also, girls like assholes. So it's like, be more sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like girls are used to guys being like, oh, like, can I take you out? When can I do it? It's like, dude, do you know how many other guys are saying the same thing to this girl?
Take a number.
Literally, like, how about you rewatch Hitch, take some notes, and just be more of an asshole.
One of the best movies, one of my favorites.
Dude, so I want to make a sketch like that. There's like a love doctor and just helping this guy, like, just stop being a pussy, like, excuse my French, but. Yeah, but that's basically where the shirt came from. Long story short.
Excusez. I'm just
kidding. Excusez. I know how to say one thing. Je m'appelle Adrian.
Enchanté. Je m'appelle Daniel. Ça va?
5 years?
5 years.
Jesus, dude.
And I still... And
that's all you got.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Yeah, I forgot most of it.
Nah, but that was actually pretty good. But yeah, that's where the shirt idea came from. And then I just kind of wanted to have like a brand that was just like for fun, like I obviously, it would be nice to have something that like blows up and that's like part of like my.
Do you have any other stuff coming up in the works?
Yes, I do. I also want to have like a pop-up shop for some people here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so because right now if people probably don't know how this works, but like having shirts, you either have inventory or you have it made print on demand. So right now I have it print on demand. It's basically when I have an order, it's made right then and there.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the best type of profit you can have, but it saves you the upfront costs.
Of course, because because nobody buys like 50 sweatshirts, then you have 49 just sitting in your
exactly. So if anyone wants to start a t-shirt company, do some research. If you want it inventory is going to have more of a profit. If you want to save yourself the upfront cost, just have print on demand. Really, your only upfront cost is of running the website. Mm-hmm. And my marketing is word of mouth. So now I'm like, wait, maybe I should start taking it serious. So me and Houston made like a little mini commercial, and we kind of had to improv because there was things that didn't go the way they were supposed to, but it kind of came out pretty funny. Really? So I'm actually gonna release that pretty soon. But yeah, there's a couple things coming out. So I'm probably gonna show you the commercial. We filmed it at Basement. And,
nice. Wait, I think I saw like little snippets of it.
Yeah. I was like kind of like show. See, I had it's been done. So I wasn't like, oh, we're in basement, bro. I'm on set. I was like, no, bro, finish it first.
Yeah.
You know? But then once I was done, I was like, oh, I could like post snippets and stuff.
Okay, correct.
But yeah, I made the commercial last time I was here. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to kind of do something for fun. And I don't show my face at all. Like I don't mind people not knowing that, like, oh, who started the brand. Like I want it to just kind of be like faceless. Some people like Christian Guzman, he has Alpha Elite.
Correct.
And people know that it's his brand. I kind of like people not knowing that it's me. Like a lot of people don't like. There's a bunch of people downtown that are wearing the shirt.
I got an inkling of it, but honestly, I didn't get it confirmed until just now.
Which I love. See?
So heck, yeah,
I love that. Like,
it worked.
Not that I'm opposed to it. I just think it's cool. Again, the mystique thing. I think it's cool that people. That. But it's called the off cloth. So if you put 2 and 2 together, like, it, again, like I'm planting subliminal little things. Like if you're kind of like aware of the stuff that I post, I even post stuff in my vlogs.
Really?
So if you go back into like 10 videos ago, I don't want to really post vlogs. So the whole point of me bringing back the vlogs was bait. That's all it was. Again, that's a part of the process. Like I don't really want to post vlogs.
Bait's work.
It's bait. So again, it's for the sketches. It's for the off cloth. It's like there's a whole system operation I'm running and
entire avalanche of media that's about to come our way from the off Adrian.
Yeah.
We're excited.
And another thing too that kind of came from that was from ironically doing these short films. I was just waiting, and I'm like, damn, like I get there's these like independent films and stuff, and actually I was a part of one that was on Netflix. I was like some cop. Nice. I was on like some cop in like the background and stuff. It was kind of funny.
So you're on Netflix. What are you on? What's it called?
It's in Europe though. So it's in. I have to look it up, but
we'll
it was filmed in Miami. Yeah, I'll find the name. I'll show it to you.
We'll find a way.
We'll try to find a clip. But yeah, that was a couple years ago. But it was actually pretty. The main guys were funny as hell. But yeah. So again, it's just like I bait. I'm just kind of this is bait. I don't care. Like yeah, I cut weight. I'm 40 pounds lighter. I don't really want to post shirtless pictures. It's bait. It's the same thing with the t-shirt stuff. Like I'm almost doing things to like I feel like not that I'm like a guru of like marketing, but I feel like I know what gets people to talk.
Okay.
And people are, and I see the amount of shares. People are sharing certain things. I know what people are sending to other people. So if it's the same thing with word of mouth. I know people, oh, that's funny. That's toxicity. Oh, that miss her stuff. It's like people are going to talk about it. So it's just like, it's marketing, you know? So, and I found
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. I feel like it's my version of like guerrilla marketing. I just troll. So I was like, let me just tie everything together, you know? Even with the TikToks, like the first TikTok that I had made, I was like, dude, I'm not trying to discredit the girl, but I got to find a clip.
Okay.
It was that Casey Fry video.
Okay.
I remade it where he's like dancing and he's like chopping wood.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like blew up. That was the first one that blew up. The only reason why I made that was because a girl was like stiff redoing the dance. And I was like, dude, I can do better than her. And I'm like a chubby dude wearing the same outfit as Casey Fry redoing the dance. And like my brother's recording it. My mom's just watching. I was like, what are these idiots doing? But it's like... that's another thing. I also don't give a single fuck what people think about me. Like if
that's honestly really powerful.
Yeah, like I feel like I just want people to know, like if you're so focused on what other people are thinking about, you're probably not going to take the leap of faith and be like, damn, I want to start this podcast. Damn, I want to go travel. Damn, I want to go do this. It's like, just do it. Like, yeah, people are going to talk shit about what you're doing, whether it's something you want to do or something you don't want to do. So you might as well do something you really want to do.
It kind of reminds me of my dating life since I've been single. Just that, you know, what's the worst thing that could happen? These girls aren't talking to you regardless, so go try to talk to them.
Exactly. Well, but that's the thing. People are so scared of that no. People are so scared of like, yo, like, okay, I might fail, I might get a no. Who can't go to the next one? Sometimes it is a numbers game. Like when we are out talking to these girls at bars, like some of them, I don't want to, I'm okay. I have a boyfriend. It's like, okay, I'll go talk to your best friend or your sister.
She's better looking anyway.
Exactly. So she's nicer. But yeah, that was basically the shirt thing. Just something.
Who said anything about nice? I thought we were talking about hot.
Anyways, I miss her. Put that on the shirt.
Which he did. You should totally buy one. We'll add a link to the. Add in a link to the description.
The off cloth.
That's how you say it. Yes.
Yeah, the off cloth. I got some stuff coming up. So
it sounds like it's being said by an old Jewish woman. The off cloth.
The off cloth. Make sure you buy the off cloth. You buy some chocolates.
And then don't forget to support my mensch of a grandson, Adrian Garcia.
It's my grandson, dude. You know what's crazy? Those kids got Dave Portnoy to wear their shirt, but the like font is so ugly. It looks like a baby drew it with crayon.
Oh.
I'm just like, in the end of my commercial, which I'll show you, I kind of referenced that. I was like, why? Like, I wonder who slept with the guy to make him like, yo, put on that hoodie and let's take a picture of him. Cause he's in the picture. I'll send it to you so you put it. He's in a picture with this girl and they're both wearing the shirt or the hoodie. And I'm like, good for them. Yeah. Good for them. I'm like, it's my brand though. I started first. Like, okay, but no one knows who you guys are.
Exactly.
But yeah, I obviously love trolling. So, and then them in my DMs just made it so much more funnier. I think I could definitely find the DMs.
Oh wait, really? You got?
I mean, it was the guy that. One of the friends that started it, I could easily find his DM. Bro, you're a pussy, man. You're stealing our shit. I was like, dude, just chill out. It's a shirt, bro.
Actually, this reminds me of the time I almost started an entire fraternity fight against Kappa Sig at Karaoke Sunday at Lib.
Why? Oh, God, Lib.
Because I love Billy Joel, I requested Piano Man as a sophomore, not realizing that that's their song. And so when we went up, when I went up there, all the Kappa Sigs tried moving up to the stage.
Kappa Squids.
And the security guard just kept holding them back, and I was just singing louder and in their faces like, sing us a song, you're the piano man. And then, just...
Let's see, it's fun, bro. It's fun to troll.
It really is, though, and kind of takes away... I would say it even is a good stress reliever, because if you're just building up being nice, you look really pretty, and then finally you'll stop and you go, you look really pretty, but today you look shitty.
But they're like, oh my God, thank you. It's like, dude, you gotta have fun, bro. Like, there's like, I feel like I see it just in social media, like, there's people that take themselves way too serious, or they're like,
yeah,
I don't know. You're either you're very serious and you're about business and Forex, Jesus, or you're like trying to be a comic or whatever. Like, there's
one
like
of those Forex traders on Insta, it's a bot.
Dude, it's like, okay, look, I'm not trying to discredit the Forex game, but like, dude, just like, why are you in my DMs, bro? Like, just stop.
I'm not interested in becoming my own boss. I want to work a 9 to 5.
I want to work a 9 to 5 till I'm 65 years old, and I can have a retirement plan, and that's it. That's all I want to do.
And then die.
Yeah, and that's it. All right, and live off welfare, and I don't know, but yeah.
Oh wait, actually, but speaking of jokes, speaking of being a troll against women, I actually have a joke. I think you'll appreciate it.
Hit me.
I said this to some girls in Greek life, and I was like, you're not a 10, you're a 14. And they go, aw, thanks, Danny. I go, And now I go, 14 on the pH scale because you're really basic.
Oh! So you gotta be intelligent to get that one.
Exactly.
Make sure you're drinking your water fluoride free, all right?
Exactly. We're going to take another break, and then when we come back, we come to the final and bonus round. So stay tuned. All right, and we are back. So, Adrian, now we have come to the fun part of the interview or podcast. For this round, I have tailored 10 questions to you because I feel like as an actor, you're always being interviewed, and I feel like you're being asked the same questions. So, I'm going to try to see if I can knock it up a little bit.
Sick.
Now we are in the bonus round. Woo! So, Mr. Garcia, first question. I want you to name your top 4 actors or actresses and make a plot. And then give each of them a character for them film.
Okay, let's do. Okay, so damn. So the female actress is it's got to be Meryl Streep. She's goated. Okay, the other 3, it's got to have Tom Hardy, got to have Denzel, and we got to go with. This is tough, bro. It's between Daniel Day-Lewis and Gary Oldman.
All right, so it's with the torso and head of Daniel Day-Lewis and the legs of Gary Oldman.
Fire. We'll go with that. So we'll go with Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay, so we got starring Meryl Streep, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel, and Tom Hardy. Okay? The plot is they're all stuck in an elevator, right? They're all stuck in an elevator, but they're all work different jobs, very weird jobs, right? Mm-hmm. And they all find out one of them is a serial killer. Boom.
Oh, so who's each character?
Damn it. All right, so Denzel's character, he is right now in my head I have him, he's holding a suitcase. Nice. Meryl Streep, this is like 20-year-old Meryl Streep. So it's like hot Meryl Streep. So Meryl Streep is like...
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought she's hot. Pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's still hot. She's mysterious. So, right, everyone thinks it might be Meryl Streep. And then we got Tom Hardy, who we could play Tom Hardy as like a average Joe looking guy, but he looks like a UFC fighter in this. So this is one of the roles that he's just built for. Okay. And then we got Daniel Day-Lewis, who's wearing a top hat. We got to give him a top hat.
I mean, he nailed Lincoln so much. How can you not?
You gotta give him, he's wearing a top hat and he's holding a cane. All right. So now whatever their objectives are, they might have different jobs, but I feel like right now in my head, Daniel Day-Lewis and Meryl Streep, they might have something going on.
Ooh, spicy.
So, yeah. And then we can't give away too much. We can't give away the plot too much.
Exactly.
But that's basically it.
Yeah, well, actually, we might need to because Hollywood's running out of ideas.
Do you want me to?
It's all you.
I feel like, all right, I'll give it like a commercial for it. So
There
if
we
it's
go.
commercials rolling, you see that, quick shots, all panning, and then you have a voiceover of Denzel's job, businessman. Tom Hardy could be a construction worker who's also a fighter or janitor. And then you got Daniel Day-Lewis, who could be a teacher. And then you got Meryl Streep, who could be a dancer, an exotic dancer.
Ooh.
And they're all stuck in this elevator. And then you got quick shots going on.
20-year-old Meryl
Boom,
Streep,
boom, boom.
right?
Yeah, 20-year-old.
Okay,
I mean, she's still hot, though.
Yeah,
and then boom, boom,
exactly.
boom. You see blood, you see a body, boom, 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 and a commercial. We can't give it away, man. You can't give away the plot, man. It might be a good movie. You know what I mean? Plus the CGI, you could get Meryl Streep right now at 20.
Yeah.
The way Scorsese had, what was it called? What was that one movie with De Niro? Literally the last one that came out, The Irishman.
That's right.
Scene.
Scene.
That was tough, dude. I was trying to be quick with it.
No, you're good.
Trying to be quick with it, but yeah.
Yeah, you're good, dude. Actually,
I tried to
solid.
improv that,
Hey, I see what you
but I
did
really
there.
did though. That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. That was tough. Yeah, that was really good plot, dude.
That kind of reminds me of that one movie. It was an M. Night Shyamalan film where they were all stuck in the elevator, and then one of them was the devil. But yours sounds like it has a little bit of a different twist on it.
Love Lucifer though. Sorry, not actually Lucifer. The show Lucifer.
I've yet to see it. I probably should.
Dude, yeah, it's really good. I never watched it just because it's show itself, the title. I'm like, it's about the devil. I don't want to watch that.
You're a good Christian boy?
I like to think so. I'm a good Christian man.
There we go.
Maybe.
Well, I'm a good Jewish boy, and I'll stay there.
Jewish. What's the word you guys always use? Or like the phrase?
Mensch?
No. It's like a go with God, but it's like the Jewish version of that. Shalom is like
Shalom means peace, hello, and goodbye, but maybe Shabbat Shalom? But I don't know.
I forgot.
Listen, I'm not that devout. I eat bacon.
Come on.
For Hashem's
Wow,
sakes.
what a fraud. We got a fraud, dude.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's actually really interesting because Koreans love their pork, yet my Jewish side is kosher.
That's tough.
No, I go with the pork every time.
I mean, how can you not, though? But
Exactly.
I mean,
have you had pork belly?
yes, it's fire. I mean, bro, it's the Korean barbecue type of spot. It's fire, bro.
It
It's
is.
tough, though. I try not to eat pork too much, though.
I don't blame you. But anyway, excellent answer.
I tried, sorry.
Good answer. Good answer for one. Good answer. Good answer. All right. Now give me one country you would love to go viral in. Survey says, ding.
Dude, I would love to go viral in Australia. Straight up.
Really?
Australia. I can't do Australia, so it's like I could do like British, yeah? So it's like if I was to go one place viral, it had to be like London or like Australia, yeah?
Oh my God! It's Adrian Garcia. Adrian Garcia, Liam, get the buggy and get the roo.
He's from the States, nah? Also, wait, sidebar. I want to be like one of the first American actors that steal like London roles, British roles. I want to be the guy that's like, is he from the States? I thought this guy was like I thought that lad was like British, man. He has like that accent. He was always putting on like Tom Hardy, man. He's crazy.
Yeah, maybe he's half one of the other colonies. He's got to be.
He speaks like Cockney, like Idris Elba, man. I swear, that guy's like a phenomenal actor, man. But anyways, I would go with Australia probably.
All right, the land down under.
Yeah, bro. The women there are gorgeous. Shout out to Margot Robbie.
Yeah, definitely her, and also back in the day, Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. Why does that sound familiar?
She was a pop star, and she also sang a couple of songs that were popular here.
Minogue. We gotta pull her up after this. But yeah, definitely probably Australia or maybe the UK.
Okay, got
maybe
it.
the UK. Yeah.
All right.
Probably. Damn. Nah. UK. Final answer.
UK. All right. Excellent. We're keeping it that way now. You cannot change your answer ever.
UK.
All right.
Final answer. UK.
UK. All right. So number 3, if you could be invited to any event in Hollywood, what would it be?
Well, I'm not gonna say the Met Gala because that just happened. If I could go to one event, honestly, I would want to probably go to the Oscars, man. I feel like that would be. I mean, it's also like one of those like superficial award show things, but I feel like either the Oscars or the Golden Globes, but it would have to be the Golden Globes if Ricky Gervais is hosting. Dude, I would just want to like go and like piss my pants from just laughing and watching that guy just roast everybody. Love that dude. Probably honestly, Golden Globes. Golden Globes is more lighthearted and they always make fun of people.
You know what? I like that.
Golden Globes for sure.
I like that.
Yeah, because it's a good match of like, oh, there's film here and music and TV and you're getting roasted.
Of course.
So
fair enough. So you're a basketball fan. What is your favorite basketball team?
Bro, right now I would have to say Heat.
Okay,
I was
you're
born
from
in Miami,
exactly.
so I had to go Heat. I'm a huge LeBron James fan. Sadly, he is a big baby, but at least personally, he's my GOAT. There's nobody that's ever stepped foot on the court that's better than LeBron.
Fair enough.
I do have respect for obviously Kobe and Jordan. And obviously
just because you have respect for him doesn't mean that you don't have respect for everybody
and
else.
honestly, I loved Carmelo Anthony growing up. Like, I mean, I still do, but just because I play a similar game as he does. Because I'm a bigger guy, but I'm so fast, bro. I'm literally so fast like a cheetah.
I like AI because I'm shorter.
Oh, dude, I love AI. I was watching his highlights randomly just like 2 nights ago. Can't even make that up. Just like respect for the GOAT. He's also he's 6 feet. Sorry.
Exactly. That's fine.
You're 6 feet. You're 6 feet.
in spirit, I am.
In spirit, you're 6 feet. So yeah,
appreciate it. If you had floor seats to either the Lakers or the Heat, and you had only one extra ticket, who would you invite?
Ooh, that's tough. I would probably invite Sabrina Claudio. She's been like my celebrity crush. She's a singer, phenomenal singer. She's been like my crush since I was like 19. The girl has an amazing voice. She's actually also from Miami.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So you got that thing going on with her.
Yeah. If it was like man or woman, that would be my choice for woman. Man would probably be Ricky Gervais.
Okay.
Dude, because now he's in my head because dude, him ripping on people, I could not even imagine having him like sitting down next to me.
That lad trained over there to play basketball, right? Yeah.
Dude, he's just such a nut. I love that dude. Yeah, it's tough. I have a bunch of people I would love to invite, but like I want to have a good time. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Shout out to Sabrina. I'll show you her in a second.
Excellent. Yeah, because
excellent.
I'm kind of old. I'm kind of an old soul where I'm
excellent.
like, who the heck is this kid?
Who's that girl?
So I guess this could kind of tie into the fifth question. If you could have any model your clothing brand for just one photo shoot, who would it be?
One model.
Excuse me. Any actress, any girl you know, your mother.
Shout out to Mama. Thank you for the good genetics. If I could have one, that's tough because you said actress or actor. Honestly, damn, bro, that's tough.
Or even just a model in general.
I mean, the first one that immediately pops in my head is Kendall, but
of course,
yeah, Kendall's raw. But honestly, it'd be dope if I had ASAP Rocky.
Yo, ASAP. Oh my god.
I just feel like it would be dope to have like a New York vibe, like we're in the city. I would definitely want to have ASAP.
Is that how you would describe your
definitely not. I mean, it could be streetwear eventually, but I just feel like it would be dope to have ASAP. Like for that shoot itself, I would have like his own line, and it'd be like almost like Calvin Klein and ASAP. It'd be like the off cloth and ASAP. It'd be kind of cool. Damn. But yeah, that's honestly too. That's the goal. Also, Jerry Lorenzo, the guy that has the Fear of God clothing company, I would love to work with that guy. That guy's awesome. I'll show you some of his stuff. He's super dope. But yeah, the more of a easy target audience for like the off cloth is like the Nelk boys. So like that's probably the target. Yeah, because it's like it's frat stuff, it's funny stuff. So it's like that target. If I was to get like eyes on it, let me give Dave Portnoy my shirt to wear. Yeah, you know what I mean. So.
That's kind of an honor to wear.
Yeah, like a good one would be like Alex Cooper to call her daddy, or like Sophia Franklin. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure she would love that. I miss her.
I'm actually gonna send one to Alex Cooper. She would be an interesting one to take to a game. I feel like I'd probably take her to a game too. Okay. I'm gonna set that up in like a year. So like we'll clip it. Like a year from now, probably with Alex.
Maybe she hears this and there's like, you know what? He's cute.
He's cute. I'm gonna reach him out. Yeah. Alex, I'm 6'4", so. I don't know how tall your boyfriend is, but I'll beat his ass.
And if you know someone slightly less attractive who likes guys less than 6 foot, tell them hit me up.
But they got that big DK energy.
Exactly. So. That's all they need.
That's all that matters.
All right. So number 6, what is a quality in a person that you most value?
Are we talking about like in general, or like opposite sex? I feel like I'll do.
Just if a person that you want to have good relationships with the rest of your life.
Honestly, in general, I feel like just being honest, man. Like I love when people are just honest. Like
even if it's to your expense.
Yeah, because that's actually irony. Bringing it full circle. That's a reason why I don't show my face in certain like brands that I've started, because I want real feedback. Even with I've made music, I don't show my face. I want real feedback. The only way, at least, that I've gotten real feedback, if I just post this song as I'm driving and my friend's listening to it. He's like, who's this? I'm like, oh, some guy I found on SoundCloud. And they'll be like, damn, this beat is hard as fuck. I'm like, yes, okay, good. But if I was to say, oh, this is my t-shirt company, they'd be like, oh, I love that t-shirt. Do you, or is it just because you're my boy? Exactly. So it's like, honesty to me, and I honestly try to keep that. I don't want to be like a hypocrite and be like, yeah, no, I'm like a fuck boy. I say whatever I have to get girls. Like, no, like I tell girls straight up, look, I travel a lot. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I'm probably not gonna be talking to you. But I like honesty. You know what I mean? I feel like the people that I surround myself with just have good energy. And that sounds like a hippie, but that's another thing. I feel like if you have good energy, there's a roar of like an aura in the room that you're like, okay, I can click with this guy. Like
Honestly,
me and Houston,
I can see
immediately.
that.
You know what I mean? Like
I can definitely see that.
yeah, like it's like that's why I'm very big on energy. You know what I mean? Like I don't care, even with like women, I don't care how hot you are. I don't care if you have big boobs, but like that doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, you're nice to look at, but it's like if you have good energy and you're funny and you're just like very real, and I love that. Now, if you're that and you look good, great.
It's a bonus.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But and then with dudes, it's like with my boys, I don't care if you have all the money in the world or you're banging hot chicks. That doesn't mean anything to me. What means to me is if I call you and I need something, are you going to be there for me? And vice versa. I want to be that friend that is going to give you the real feedback. Mm-hmm. So I want that in my circle. That I know that when I'm coming up, I'm not going to have to deal with, oh, this guy changed, bro. He's Hollywood. No, I've been the same way since I was a fat ball when I was like 10 years old playing basketball. You know what I mean? And most people don't know that. Most people don't know I was a fat boy before I was a hot boy.
You just went through like an unreal body transformation of how many pounds?
Like 40.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I think thank you, man. But I definitely look at just if people are just good, man. Like, and honestly, it sounds again. This is what women look at. I look at it in I kind of look at it a similar way. How do you treat your parents? If someone treats their parents like dog shit, that's probably how. If you treat your mom and your dad bad, how do you treat your friends? You know what I mean? So if I see someone that treats their mom and their dad like they're gold, it's like good. They value their family, and that's at least how I was raised. Like my mom was my queen, my dad that's the goat. You know what I mean? Like so to me, like like if you know me, I value my mom, my dad, and my brother more than anything. That's why when I've introduced women to my mom before, they're already intimidated because I talk about my family like they're gold because they are. You know what I mean? So just little things like that I look for. That was a long answer.
You're a good kid.
You're a good kid, Johnny.
You're a good
Thank
kid.
you, man. I try.
You're a good kid. Don't worry about it. Number 7, based on your life, what is one of the most important lessons you have learned to date?
Damn, most important lesson on again.
Or one of them.
Dude, I would say at least I learned this from both my parents, but like, dude, just tell the truth. Like, there's been times where I'm like, damn, bro, this is not good. Like, should I lie about this or should I just be straight up honest, bro? Like, in past relationships and like friendships, I told my friends, dude, and I've learned this from my dad because I got it from my dad. He's like, I would rather you just tell me the truth because if I find out from somebody else, it's gonna get worse. Yep. So it's like, you better just, hey, I don't care what happens. Just call me, be honest. Just tell me the truth because if I find out from somebody else, it's gonna get bad. So I'm like, yeah, beat my ass. But
I'm bringing out the belt.
Yeah, and I'm like, that goes
for my mom a wooden spoon
or chancleta. Oh my god! Or just some hands, boy. My mom would beat my ass as she should because I used to give her attitude. Sorry, mom. But no, like all jokes aside, I think, dude, just be honest, man. Like, look, things happen. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I've had to just be straight up and be like, look, my bad. I got to be honest. You know, I'd rather be looked at as an asshole than a liar. At least that's with me. You know what I mean? So.
True, because there's no honor, I feel like, in lying.
Exactly. So I'm like, dude. And another thing too, dude, you know how bad it is if you lie? You have to remember that lie. So if you're telling one person, then you got to tell the other. It's like, just be honest. Like, just, dude, shit happens. Be honest. I'm sorry. I effed up. I screwed up or whatever the situation was. Sorry. You're like, you know what? At least he was being honest. That's at least the way I say it. And then obviously, like, my dad and my mom instilled that in me in such a young age. Just be honest.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Honesty is far and few between nowadays, and
yeah,
or at least that's how I feel. And
Same.
And so I feel like that's something that some people, they hear it, but then they don't process it. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, man. Like, if I'm gonna lie to you about something small, what if it was something big? What if it was something serious? It's like, damn, I can't even trust you with you lying. If you took my shirt to use for a day, imagine if it was something serious. You know. So at least that's my take on it. So.
Hey, and that's yours to have.
Yeah, man. Just be honest, bro.
Excellent. All right. So, question number 8. Tell me about a hero of yours that is not a friend or family member.
Ooh, oh, it's tough, bro.
Exactly,
It's
because
tough.
everyone's gonna be like my mom, my dad, and
my
then I'm like, no,
brother.
no, you need to think about this.
If I'm gonna be honest, a hero of mine that's not family or friend. If I'm gonna be honest, like Tony Robbins, like he was the first person that when I was like 18, I bought like a self-help book. I was like, oh, this is like Law of Attraction. This seems cool. Actually, no, the title of the book was like 5 ways to like make money or something, and I was like, I'm kind of broke. Let me get that book. And then the irony is like a couple months later, I started working at this like real estate firm. But reading that book, it just dealt with. It didn't even really deal about money. It was more of just a mentality and a philosophy of like if you use these practices in everything, the money will come. So that's actually what helped me. Like to me, like that's one of my heroes because I would have never had that change and be like, damn.
That spark in your head that is like, wait, there's even a possibility of this.
Exactly. And then it was the business thing, the film thing, the fitness, making money. It all just tied together. Obviously, you know, having faith, taking care of my family, stuff like that. All from this book that kind of just sparked that. And then reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie, so good. And then Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is like all those like Law of Attraction. They're all kind of have the same
Underlying themes.
Yeah, like it's just, you know, kind of have that Law of Attraction of like hustle and just work hard.
And it'll come.
Exactly. Like I also love that quote. It's like there's no such thing as like good luck. It's just like a mixture of working hard and I don't know the other rest of the quote, but yeah, I don't know. It's always funny when people are like, oh, he's so lucky. It's like, wait, so him working hard is luck? Like, you know what I mean? Like consistency and hard work is luck.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. I don't believe in like good luck. I think it's like people that work hard and stay consistent. Like The Rock isn't lucky. He just literally works so hard.
Dude, if you heard his come up story, especially with the $7 in his pocket.
So and that's his production company. Like that's a perfect name.
He remembers his humble beginnings.
Exactly. Some people need to remind themselves of like, you know, like it's
Where you came from.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of my mentors, he's ironically another Jewish guy named Danny who has Asperger's.
Oh wow.
Not that you know anybody like that.
No, maybe like one person, I think.
Yeah,
like
the one out of 7 billion.
Yeah.
Anyway, how he described the law of attraction to me is, let's just say what you want is, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but you're in bed. What you're going to do is get out of bed, walk downstairs, get the stuff out of the fridge that's needed, toast the bread if you do that, spread everything on, and then eat it. And then congratulations,
now you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Correct. So it's not the wanting that creates the stuff that you want to appear out of nowhere. Correct.
Execution, my friend. I love that. But I wish more people would see it as simple as the peanut butter and jelly example.
See, that's the thing. With both of us being on the autism spectrum, that was literally the perfect way to express it.
Yeah. But it's true though. It's like it's as simple as that in a sense of like there's a lot of, man, I wish I could do this or oh, I want that. How about you just literally trick your mind and saying, no, I will get that and I will do this. And people are going to think, oh, you're cocky. No, I'm just confident.
That's right.
I would rather be called cocky than insecure, but that's a beautiful way to put it.
All right, so we just have a couple more questions, and then we'll be wrapping this up. So
let's do it.
All right, so awesome that Tony Robbins is your hero.
Yeah, one of my heroes.
Every time I hear Tony Robbins, I'm brought back to that Family Guy episode where Tony Robbins was in a cutaway gag, but instead of signing Peter's book, he ate him. He's like, Tony Robbins hungry, and just opens his mouth and just somehow...
They made it like a horse, bro. His head was like this big.
Yeah.
Poor guy. That guy's a giant.
Yeah, isn't he like 6'4"?
Yeah, he's huge, bro.
He's a king because he's over 6 feet.
Nah, he's a king, bro.
So, number 9. What is your favorite medium of conveying yourself?
Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I feel like... Damn, that's tough. Because I feel like... Bro, I love music. Like, I would... if I was a better singer, I would probably do the music route first. But, yeah, if it wasn't... Because, like, that's also why I like Gambino. Because he was doing music, like, for fun while he was doing acting in New York. And the irony is, like, he wasn't expecting to be Gambino. It just kind of blew up out of nowhere. But I would probably say these films that I just started making, they're more of, like... these little ideas I had, and I just kind of put them together.
Oh, so you directed as well as edited all that?
Yeah, directed and kind of came up with these ideas. But the irony is they came from songs. So I would just be listening to this song, and I'm like, damn, that would be like an idea or a film basically would pop into my head, and I'm like, damn, this is sick. Like the first one came from a Kali Uchis song, which I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, I love Kali Uchis.
Bro, she's so fine. Shout out to Colombia, my people, bro.
Absolutely.
She's Colombian.
She
Dime.
is just like Shakira.
Yeah, she's just so like sensual, bro. Like
she has a weird face to me, but yet still I find her hot because she's got that bad bitch vibe.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just like that energy, man. It's like, damn.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm just like, damn. It's like I do, but that's...
Sabrina. Okay, I gotta show you Sabrina Claudio. Sabrina Claudio is like that, man. It's just like this. Like she's like a siren. You know what a siren is?
Of course,
dude. She's like a siren.
They lure sailors to their deaths with their beautiful
You can
aura.
murder me. I'll be that pirate you murder. You can murder me, baby. Shout out to Sabrina, man. No, but
Sabrina, the adult witch.
Yeah, basically. But yeah. Damn, I forgot what the hell was the question?
It was, what's your favorite medium of portraying yourself?
I'll probably say like film. Well, the irony is all the films I'm making, they don't portray me. They're characters.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why music is actually more personal. Music, I'm actually tapping into the more vulnerable side of myself.
What kind of music do you do?
Well, I'm a better rapper than I am singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I definitely
drop
do
a bar right now.
You give me a beat, I'll freestyle. You give me a beat. You give me a beat. You wearing a Space U shirt. Hold up, I'm about to put on a skirt like I'm Brad Pitt in Vogue. I don't know if that was Vogue or GQ. Man, I'm about to go in Q. I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Brad Pitt did wear a skirt. I forgot if it was GQ or Vogue, though, back in the day.
I don't even remember that happening, but...
Like, the only dude that could probably pull that off. Nothing against Harry Styles, or Jaden Smith, but they're no Brad Pitt, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Did you know that Brad Pitt was a Sigma Chi?
Was he really?
Yeah.
Dude,
you know John Wayne?
Rush Sigma Chi. John Wayne was in a frat?
He was a Sigma Chi.
John Wayne.
Yes, sir.
That dude's old as dirt, bro.
Yeah, so is Sigma Chi.
Damn. Wow. Shout out to Sigma Chi. Cody Ko was a Sigma Chi. At Duke, bro. Cody Ko. You know Cody Ko? Cody Ko. The Cody Ko, bro. Cody Ko. You know Cody Ko? Cody Ko? Noah Miller? No? I'll show you.
He sounds familiar.
He's like a comedian. He was big on Vine.
Oh, then maybe.
He was big on Vine. You definitely seen him before.
Probably.
But yeah, I'll probably say music, but I never put my music out because it's under an alias.
What kind of rapper would you want to be? Like, what genre of rap would you like specialize in most?
I feel like what I'm good at is I just feel like I would like to I jokingly like bash bad rappers.
Okay.
But I just could rap about anything. And I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I feel like the stuff I've read about, it makes it easier to write. And I've said that in my rhymes. Since you're an idiot, you can't rap well. Since I've read more than you, I could rap better than you.
True.
But yeah, I would probably just be rapping about like life and trolling people.
Nice.
But like I feel like the artist that I like love that is probably underrated is Busta Rhymes. For real, bro. And his visuals are like he was like a Young Thug before Young Thug was Young Thug. Like he was weird before it was like cool.
Well, his voice helps.
Yeah, he's a like tall ass dude who's like, who's gonna mess with him? But he was, again, I'm not trying to, like, he was wearing weird shit and like had crazy music videos. He's like all on the camera, like he was doing that before anybody. You know what I mean? And no one gives him credit. But it's like a mix of that and like Rick Ross. Like very cool and chill and like crazy shit. I'm like, oh. But I got bars, man. And then the singing would probably be like a mix of like Drake and this guy whose name is Mac Ayres. Okay. Very like slow, soft stuff. It's like honestly Tory Lanez in a sense of like Tory Lanez could rap where he's just like rapping like hood shit and like gangbanging shit. And then there's like Tory Lanez like the lover boy. I'm not saying I would rap about gangbanging shit, but I'm just saying like I would be like there's like two sides of like it's like almost like Two-Face. It's like the rapper and the singer. You know? Okay,
fair enough. It's kind of reminds me of like Doja Cat too, because she has that like different voice when she totally raps. But then,
and Kendrick has like so many different voices.
He does, especially when like for example he does like the voice inside his head in the song Swimming Pools. One of my favorite rap songs of all time, by the way. I love that song.
But yeah, like there's so many styles that I love, but I would probably I don't want to bite off somebody's style, but it's like, dude, the combinations of like Gambino and Kendrick and Cudi and all these people. But yeah.
So something with a little bit more of a groove than just a heavier beat,
Yeah.
yet still kind of like a sing-songy thing that you can just jam out with your pals.
Yeah. It's like it's a combination of things because it's like I love Anderson .Paak and The Weeknd. And it's just so it's like there's certain
They're talented individuals.
Yeah, it's like there's certain like groovy melodies that I would love, and there's certain rap songs that I'm like, damn, this like Meek Mill and Ace Hood, where I would constantly listen to them before every single basketball game. Meek Mill was on. So when he had that whole feud with Drake, I was like, I'm honestly Meek Mill's dude. I'm on that side.
See, that's the thing. It's like I like Drake better as an artist. However, if you know about Meek Mill's story, he went through a ton of shit.
Exactly. And then, but people don't know that. And they're Drake versus Meek Mill. So you don't even know Meek Mill. And then Drake is speaking about Meek Mill, like he's like, nah, Meek Mill's about that life. It's like I'm not saying I'm about that life, but it's like to see where this literal kid came from Philly to like now is crazy.
Yeah,
and then that judge just kept screwing him over. And obviously there's like two sides to stories, but I just feel like that has just inspired my like take on music. It's like all these people that I love and like the people that came before me and stuff. I'm like, I would love to make music like that. And there's a Spanish side that I would love to eventually tap into. Yeah, like I'm not the greatest at speaking Spanish. I can speak Spanish, but I would love to make like some Spanish speaking stuff.
And next thing you know, get like Maluma or like
like J Balvin, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Colombian.
He is Colombian as well.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm Chileno too, but most people don't know where Chile is. If you're looking at a map,
It's the really thin one.
attaboy. Yeah, it's like a tiny little snake in South America.
I trust me. I know about it. I'm not. See, unlike most guys, I use my brain.
Well, most people aren't the best at geography. But yeah, my mom is from Chile.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's my mom, and my dad's Colombian.
Excellent.
Well, yeah, I'll probably say,
Hispanic.
yeah, dude. I think I got the tall genes from apparently. So my mother says there was like my great grandfather was like some 7-foot Spaniard.
I'm not surprised.
So I'm like, man, thank you, grandpa, or great grandpa.
Gracias, abuelo.
Gracias. However they speak Spanish. Gracias.
Okay, I was just wondering, it's like, do some of them have lisp, or is that just how they say some things? Or just like how they pronounce B's as B's, like Venezuela rather than Venezuela?
Exactly. A lot of Colombians like to say like J Balvin.
Oh, Balvin.
As like that's just how they pronounce. Like again, it's like Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Colombians. Like they all have their certain like lingos and dialects and stuff.
Correct.
But with Spaniards, like you're from Spain. By the way, if you're not aware, saying you're Spanish means you are from Spain. So just because if someone's Puerto Rican or Colombian, they can say I'm Hispanic or I'm Latino, just to give some education.
Exactly, because a lot of people are like, I'm Spanish, and I'm just like,
are you from Spain?
Like España, Spain?
Yeah, but again, not to discredit some people that aren't aware of it. We're just trying to educate the folk.
Correct.
But
and that's what I'm hoping out of the show is that other than being
let's educate, man. Let's have some fun and educate.
Maybe hopefully you learn something rather than just hear two guys just talk about
just
stupid
chirping,
shit.
baby. Yeah, no, but yeah, no. The Spaniards, like if you're actually from Spain, they like to be España. They give themselves a list. Some people think it's beautiful. I think I'm like, you're giving yourself a lisp.
Yeah. Some people, they can't control it, and it's kind of insulting.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, some people actually have a lisp, but yeah.
Hey, at least if they want to speak Spanish, they'll be better at it.
Yeah, exactly.
But and so number 10, I really want you to think about this.
Okay.
What is something you're very proud of overcoming?
Oof, not too many people know about this.
I mean, if it's too personal, you don't have to share it.
No, it was just a bad car accident.
Oh shit.
Yeah, not too many people. Yeah, so the irony was, this was last November 2020, right when I moved to Vegas. I was like, I got this gig. My buddy was bartending on the Strip. He's like, yo, like we're hiring. Yeah, I could help you get a job. I'll help you find a spot to move in. I was like, sure. He was amazing. Shout out to Fern. And he really helped me get there and get myself situated in Vegas. And bro, I was on like this high. I'm like bartending. I'm meeting great people and like
in Vegas.
In Vegas. And I'm not really too much of like a party goer anymore. I already got that out of my system. And plus, when I was working, it was basically like I was partying. So I was like, dude, I'm making way more money than I expected. This is awesome. Like my coworkers are cool as fuck. And then I had a gig in LA, and I wanted to visit my friend for his birthday. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome, bro. I'm like on this high. I'm like, yo, and like again, I thought I'm invincible. And then I got in a pretty bad car accident. This guy like T-boned me. And no one knew this. No one really knows this, but it was really bad. Like my car door was like inches away from my leg. and easily could have broken my leg. I probably had a concussion. My ear was ringing so loud. So, you know, fast forward to, you know, cops being there and making sure I'm good. It was pretty bad. And they were like, yeah, you know, you should tow this back to your house. I'm like, dude, I don't live here. I live in Vegas. So he's like, hey man, like, I suggest staying the day. You definitely should not drive this. I'm like, I got to get back. I work tomorrow. And Vegas to LA is like 3.5 hours. It's like driving from here to Miami.
That's right.
So I was like, I just toughed it up. I put some gas in my car with the shattered door. And thankfully, the only thing that was like really bad was like my front door. Thank God.
Oh.
It wasn't, but it was also caved in. And I had to get in through the passenger side to pump my gas. So I had to just act normal as if like I didn't just got in a hit and run and I'm just like pumping my own gas.
Have you ever seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
Yes, dude.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, with Antoine Chigurh.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me at the end where he gets in the bad accident and then...
he walks away. He's just like limping.
He literally gives like the two boys on the bikes $20 and then just walks away.
Yeah.
That's how I see you doing that.
Literally, and that was basically it. And I'm just like, well, I got to get home, bro. I have work tomorrow. And then I was like carless for like 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah, bro. So I had to, thankfully, my coworkers were awesome. They helped me, you know, from time to time. My roommate was awesome. He would help me from time to time. And then in that moment, I realized, oh, I'm not invincible. Yeah. Like, oh shit. Like, I could die. Like, this is like, I'm not invincible. Like, I could not be here tomorrow. So, it made me more humble. Like, I had to ride the bus. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, damn, people live this life every day.
Yeah.
But this is also why I just didn't share this with people, because people wouldn't get it. But that also was the time that I gotta make a serious change and like take my fitness serious, take acting more serious, start reading more, take just health, everything, take everything serious. So, that I feel like, you know, in the moment I'm like, damn, bro, like what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? You know, but I think God did it on purpose. He's like, well, if you're serious, like get over the hurdle. If you're serious about what you say, show me. And there's one thing about me, I'm not gonna quit. I will not quit. So I think that was probably, it sucked, but it helped me. You know, I cut weight, I got an audition for Miami Swim Week, all these things started happening, and yeah, it helped, you know, but it's one thing that kind of helped to shape me. And but that also, I try to have empathy and sympathy for people, but there's also things that have happened that people don't know about, and you know, my friends' lives and my life, that's just like, there's so many things that like it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. And I do think that, you know, anxiety and depression are real things, but I mean, I personally don't struggle with them just because I feel like my mother has always been so positive, and so has my dad. And I just try to keep that energy. But I feel like, you know, if you feel like you're stressed or anxious, just my personal take, I feel like go volunteer down the street in a pretty bad neighborhood and see if that helps. Because I feel like one of my first jobs was a camp counselor, and I was working in Bithlo. And Bithlo is like, you know, pretty ghetto.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Generally short drive.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of ghetto. And you know, I would just see kids come in, and some of them didn't have lunch, and some of them had like just dirt under their nails and things like that. But that humbles you, and that's like, wow, like these are kids, like these, and they don't know anything different. And some of them don't have parents. Some of them don't have what we have. So it's like, again, it sounds cliche, but it's like, damn, if you take a step back and you do realize what you are blessed with, you do have parents, you do have a house over your head, you have your arms, you have your legs. People should think that way. But again, you know, everyone copes with things differently. But I feel like just be positive. At least try to think, oh, you know what? It could be worse. I am positive I have these things. But you know, some people don't think that way. But I just feel like it could always be worse. That's just the way I see it. It could always be worse. You know, so just be grateful. That's just how I was raised. So, but yeah, a little deep, but
wow.
Yeah. So it's me though. That's the real AG, man. That's the vulnerable side of me. You know,
that's not the off Adrian. That's the on Adrian.
That's the on Adrian. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I always like my close friends know. I feel like my boys know how I am. You know what I mean? And I feel like I do take pride in knowing that they can call me when they need something. They call me when they're going through stuff, because I feel like, you know, not that like I'm not that I'm invincible, but I feel like I want to be that rock that my boys can call me when they need something, or they can like, hey, like I'm here, I'm always here. You know what I mean? Like things happen, but I'll always want to be like that positive light. That damn, I gotta call Adrian, but he's always gonna like cheer me up, or he's always gonna like laugh. But I always will be honest with you too.
Fair enough.
I'll check you. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
You gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy life, man. Life is too short. But again, it sounds cliche, but like we have all this fun, but it's like,
I mean, I almost died.
what?
Yeah, I was in the car accident that killed my mom.
You're kidding me, bro.
I literally got out of, my arm was broken. I got out of the surgery, and that's when my dad was like, "Mom's gone."
Jesus, man.
So I feel you about bad car accidents is kind of reframing your your point of life.
It's tough too. How old were you?
10.
Jesus, that's tough.
It's been 16 years. Well,
But
almost.
if you don't mind me asking, like, how do you cope with that? How is that, like, how do you cope with those thoughts and the past?
Here's the thing. Mom wouldn't want me to just be a Debbie Downer.
Exactly.
And honestly, it's like, you're going to have to move on eventually because you can be down in the dumps, but, you can't just stay there. It's a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one that's meant to be in for very long. It's some people, unfortunately, do stay there, and it's not nightmarish per se, but
It's tough. But like you said, your mom wouldn't want you to feel sorry for yourself.
correct, exactly.
But that's a beautiful thing. Like, I feel like, and for you to even say that and share it, I feel like some people have issues where they have traumatic experiences and they have no one to be like, no one has been through what I've been through. But now they're like, damn, like Danny just talked about that.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable. I want to be strong. I want to make my mom, my dad, my brother happy. They wouldn't want me to feel sorry for myself.
Correct.
And that's a beautiful thing. And that's, condolences to your fam. That's
Well,
tough though.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But dude, again, like I said before on air, like I do mean this. Like, you have no idea. Like, the stuff you post motivates me to be like, yo, I gotta go out and make some good stuff. The fact that you're doing all this, again, I'm like, I gotta make something. So you might not see it because you're so humble, but like that. Seriously, like that motivates me, and I feel like this is gonna motivate so many people to show them, like, one, not only did we just say life is short, two, you gotta be happy and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I value like just life and our friends and things like this, conversations like these. You know what I mean? Like, some real shit. You know what I mean? So just for you to have me, honestly, I appreciate it, man.
No, I'm just the fact that I asked you to be in my podcast and you said yes, man. And especially since you're here from LA, you're probably back-to-back scheduled, but yet you took time to be on this podcast. So I'm very appreciative, Adrian. So as we wrap up the show, I just want to say I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation we had, and it honestly felt like we were just getting coffee and catching up.
Yeah, we're just kicking it.
Just your absolute gumption to get crap done while also being honest with yourself and those around you, and also just being the genuine version of who you are is exactly why I think you, Adrian Garcia, have big DK energy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But seriously, though, man, thank you. That means a lot.
Of course. And so
I'm going to start saying that all the time. You got big DK energy? What's up? Nah.
So, before we wrap up the show, is there any projects, anything for your clothing brand that you want to promote right before we sign off?
Honestly, just stay tuned, man. I feel like there is a lot coming out, and I'm excited. There is actually a project I'm working on in Dallas.
Is it a movie?
It's like a series. It's like a little series, yeah. So I'm excited to show that. So yeah, just stay tuned. And then with the clothing company, we have some stuff coming out. So I'm excited. Excellent. But you know me, it has to be finished for me to talk about it.
Are one of those items a bucket hat? I feel like you'd be a very bucket hat.
Honestly, I kind of want. I had a couple weeks ago. I was like, I want to kind of bring back bucket hats, like Schoolboy Q type shit.
They're coming back, honestly.
Yeah, maybe big DK energy. I'll make it for you.
I appreciate it.
I would rock that bucket hat. No, but dude, thank you for having me, dude.
Of course. And folks, stay tuned, and we'll have all of his social media and all of his business links down in the description below. And if you could just comment, like, and subscribe.
Comment, like, subscribe, please.
You don't have to, but it would be highly appreciated
Please do.
From humble beginnings. And on that note, Adrian, like I said, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
All right. Awesome.
Fire.